Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to cover this past week's trades and the weekly recap. Before I get into the recap, I did finish the week with 28 wins and 3 losses for a win rate of 90.32%. A couple of those wins were unnecessary losses, but I'm not going to complain whatsoever. I had a nice record-breaking week, so I'm not going to complain about that at all. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Also, please like the video. These take time to make. You can also go on Twitter and see the timestamps of the plays. If you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. I had a couple days where I traded a lot and a couple days I didn't, so they just opportunities were there and I just took them. So I might have to go down to smaller time frames and stuff like that when I cover them, so just bear with me. Now on Monday, let's see, where is Monday? Monday was what, the 14th? Okay, I had 9 wins and 1 loss. Now, I did a lot of the dip buying. I'm probably going to have to go down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down to the 10 minute, which is what I use. But I'm going to go down to the, let's see, I'm probably going to go down to the 1 minute so we can actually get a better view. I'm going to have to probably go back out for 5 days. There we go. Get Monday on the chart. I'm breaking it down to 1 minute because what I've been doing is, this is the 14th, yeah. I've been playing the channels as they've been popping and dumping. So with that said, let's see. The first trade I had was, okay, let's get into the trade ideas room first. On the 14th, which I didn't, all I had was Microsoft calls over 295 and SPY calls over 442 for Monday. Now, let's see, where is Monday? Monday is right here. Let's bring up Monday and Tuesday, Friday and Monday. 242 is right here. That picked this because of the reason of the pre-market highs. It did try to pop up, then it failed, so I grabbed it right in here at 946. So I grabbed it and thinking this candle right here, blow it up even more. I grabbed it right in this candle right here because it broke down right here. It popped back up, stayed underneath pre-market highs, so I stayed with it. So those I had the 438 calls at 220, and they went from 220 to 253, just in that little drop. They probably would have gone more if it just dropped here instead of popping a little and come back down, but it is what it is. Then I played a lot of the 438 put, so then I grabbed them again at 10:11, which is, let's blow this up on the 1 minute so you can actually see. Okay, first time I had it was 946. I got it in this candle right here. Yeah, right in here, right down in here is where I grabbed it. It popped back up, then it came down. And remember, this is the 1 minute chart. This is the 10 minute, just to remind you. Then the second time I got it was 10:11, which I believe is right here at VWAP at the 438 puts this time at $1.73. And they went from $1.73 to 260 in that little drop right there. And I played them again at 10:25, which is right here, up to VWAP again. In that little rejection, I grabbed the 438 puts at $1.80, then went from $1.80 to 265 on this drop down. Then I grabbed them again at 1046, which is I think right here. So basically what's been happening is it's been chopping in this area. So every time it's popped, it's been getting rejected. So every time it popped, I'd get it and I would play it. Yeah, so I've been playing this little channel right here. Pop, I take it, pop, I take it, pop, I take it, until it doesn't work. And I think I got caught right here, but I'll get to that when I get to it. Yeah, so I have to bear with me. I've got a cold, I think. Okay, I got the 246, which is right here. No, 246 right here is where I grabbed it. No, right in here. Right, thinking that, yeah, right in this area right here. I think I grabbed it right here. And I grabbed the 438 puts again at $2 this time, and they went from, and they took a little time to drop, so they went from $2 to 245. And I took another one at 1134, which is right the double top right up in here somewhere. 1134. Oh, I think I caught it in this candle right here, this dump right here, then it reversed on me. One of the things you got to keep an eye on is when the candles start getting tighter. Obviously, I use the 10-minute time frame, so you can't really see this, but you can see it on the price action that when the action starts getting tighter and the candles start getting smaller is when things are starting to build pressure to go make a big move up or down. In this case, I was thinking it was gonna go up, which I kind of held out for, but I mistimed it because I grabbed it right here on this candle right there, and then it popped. It came back down. I thought I was going to have it, then it just popped again, and it ended up being a loss. So I ended up stopping out. But this time, at 1134, I had 438 puts instead of the 438. 439 puts instead of the 438 because I played the 438 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and this time I grabbed it right here. I got this one wrong. Okay, the next play I took was SPX 4350 puts at $2.50 at a 135, which is right here. When it had this big drop and it came back up and retraced. Usually when you have these big long red candles right here, you can see it's right there, it will retrace up, and it did, and that's where I waited to get back in. So I got back in right there. I got the 4350 puts at $2.50. They went from $2.50 to $6 in that drop. Then I ended up grabbing it again at 153, which is right here. No, right here. You get this little push right here, and I think that I grabbed it right in 153. Got it, I think, right in here somewhere. I don't know why. Because I think that when it did, it retraced back up. Then when it came back down, this is where I ended up grabbing it. Because you can see right here, you get this massive red candle, and it came back up. And you got to be careful with SPY, because what they'll do is like the fake out breakout, where like right here they make it look like it's gonna break out, then they'll end up pulling it back. Right down here is the bottom of the low of the day. So when it got to the low of the day, it popped back up, and it made it look like it was gonna fake out breakout, and it popped up. Then I ended up grabbing it again on the breakdown. So yeah, I grabbed the 43.35 puts this time at $3.80, and they went from 380 to 590 in this little push right here. So the first one was here to lower day. Then I got back in, and I got, I think below lower day is where I got it, right in here somewhere. And that's where they went from 380 to 590. Then I grabbed it again at, let's see, I have to look at the room because the alerts were blended together. No, I think I know what I did. Yeah, 158. 158, 153. Okay, I'm going to bring it back down to the... No, I don't need to do that. Okay, first one was here to here, and you can see this candle right here, how it popped up. This is where I grabbed it again, right in here. So I caught this, well, first of all, I caught this move. It popped back up. Then I caught it again from here to here. Then you can see this candle where it popped back up, and I grabbed it again for this little move right here. So the second time I grabbed it, because of this pop up right here, I grabbed the 43.25 puts at $3.40. They went from $3.40 to $6. So yeah, I caught those. I can bring it down to the 1 minute so you guys can see it better. But let's see. This is the move right here. Yeah, I caught it right here to here, and then you can see this is where it popped up, and I grabbed it again right in here somewhere, and so it got from here to here, and you can see it retraced right here, and I caught it again in this move right here. So that was the second move, and the final play of the day which was at 215. I'll bring it back to the 3-minute. 215. Where's 215? I think it was this move right here. Yep. Let's see. 215. $215, huh? Must be looking at something wrong. 215. Right in here? Got the right day, yeah. 215. So I grabbed it right in here from, let's see. Yeah, okay, this is right here. I grabbed it right in here. A little pop to the 20 EMA and that little rejection, because this is the first time. No, that was the first time I rejected right there. But yeah, I grabbed that little retracement right here and played that, which was the 43.25 puts at 415. Then I just ended up calling it a day. I probably should have grabbed it right here when it rejected off this massive candle right here. I'm not quite sure what happened here. The news has been so back and forth, where first they're going to invade, and first they're not going to, then first they pull back, then first there's no signs of them pulling back, and the news and the headlines have been flopping back and forth all week long. I mean, literally within minutes of each other. This might have been one, I think, where they said they had evidence that they were pulling back when actually they weren't. So this is why I think this popped right here. I should have grabbed that, but I didn't. But anyways, I'm not going to complain. That was a nice little play on why is this not working? There we go. Nice little play on SPY. I'll go back to the 10-minute 1 hour on Monday. So then on Tuesday, I didn't have much. I had four plays. I had first was Disney. I said in the trade ideas room, Microsoft calls over 302 and Disney calls over 154. Let's see. Where are you? Now I had 154. Why did I pick 154? Is this the 14th? I picked 154. Oh, because of that? For some reason I went way too high. I should have. I don't know why I did that, but anyways, if you're in the room and you know how I do things, is that when I call a level, if the stock does pull back at open, I do use this pre-market high right here. So you need to keep that in mind. That's how I do things, because I probably picked 154 because let's see, the Disney was probably right here. I didn't want to pick 150. It's being 4 cents off. The slightest little pop will get you in. So I kind of chose high, I guess, didn't I? I don't know why. I mean, I get why I picked 154. It's up here. But, I mean, that's such a big, from 150 to 154, that's a whole day's move on Disney. Because this range is usually about $3 to $5 per day. So that's a pretty big range. So, but yeah, when it dropped down, I did grab it at 9.34. So I grabbed it right here. I grabbed the 155 calls at $1.50, and they went from $1.50 to 189. So it was a pretty decent play. I'm not going to complain. Then I had SPY. That's the rest. I played SPY so much this week. I mean, I've been playing SPY so much lately because it's been pretty predictable, and the news has been on our side. So let's see. I picked SPY 442 puts at 9.59. Where are we on the 15th? 9.59. Oh yeah, okay. I know why I picked it here. As you can see, you get a little bit of head and shoulders. You get a left, you get a head, and you get a right shoulder right here. When he rejected that and came back right back down to this 443.50-ish area, 60-ish area, I thought it was going to, this head and shoulders was going to play out and dump. And it didn't. It held and it popped. But it still stayed within the head and shoulders. So I stayed with it. Didn't break pre-market high. You also need to manage your own risk. You know, you don't stay in things because I do. I have a higher risk tolerance. I know what I'm doing. And if I take a loss, I can make up for it on size and other plays. You need to play your own play. It's not financial advice whatsoever. So make a note of that. So I'm just sharing my journey and my plays the way I play them, and not my plays and the way I do things does not work for everybody, and I'm just going to keep that in mind. So, yeah, when it came up here, I don't usually average down, but I did. I got more 442 puts. I got them initially at 253, and I got more at $1.34. And if I remember correctly at the time, I think that I only got 10, and I added 40. So my average was 158, and I did end up selling it, and it did end up going green. It went to 169, so about like 11 cents over. So this little drop did happen. So it just didn't have the range, didn't have the drop I thought it was going to have. I really thought we were going to have a massive drop, but it just didn't happen. But it did turn green, so I'm not going to complain. Tiny win on that. So. But just a very narrow range day, and so I tried to play the range in that. So I did grab SPY again at 242, which I believe is right 242 right here. Yeah, no, 242 right here. Yeah, right in here I grabbed it. Yeah, right in here I grabbed it. And I got the 444 puts at 228, and they went from 228 to 267, and that little push right there, not much, but I was in the money or at the money, so didn't need to take much to get a little bit of a play on that. So then it popped back up. Then I ended up taking SPX 440 puts, 4,400 puts at $9.50. Now remember, this is a non-expiration day, and I decided just to go for it anyway, so I did. So I got the 340, which is right here in this candle. I think I grabbed it right in here somewhere, and it dropped nice. So the 4,400 puts went from 950 to 1060, so I got $1.10 on that. So I was quite happy with that. So, but yeah, it was a very narrow ranging day on Tuesday. So, but Wednesday was FOMC. That was a different picture altogether. We had some volatility, but I had Tesla. Let's see. On the 16th, what they have in Trade Ideas room, SPY puts over 443. I mean, under 443. Microsoft calls under 300. So the first play of the day was actually Tesla, and that was on the 16th, which is right here. One of the things I was looking at was that it was it couldn't get over the 925. It kept getting rejected, so it would pop up and get rejected. So I did look at it. I did say in the Trade Ideas room, though. Let's see what the timestamp it was. Tesla puts at lower day at 934, which was right here, lower day, right there, 934. And I got it 2 minutes later at 936, so I grabbed the 880 puts at $7.10, and they went from $7.10 to $9 in that little drop right there. Then it popped back up. Then I played SPY puts. Let's see. SPY puts on the 443, which was right down here, but I think I grabbed it 1019. Wait. Make sure I get the right day. 1019. Why did I grab it down here? 1019. Oh, I think I grabbed it right here, the rejection of VWAP. Yeah, this is where I grabbed it, right in here. Right in here somewhere. I have to 1019. I gotta bring it down to the 1 minute. Let's see. I mean, obviously the time stamp's gonna be off probably a minute or so, so it takes time to write these. I try to get them pre-written, so that way when I get in, you have them right away. But you only can do so much. Okay, 1019. Right here. Oh yeah, I got it right in here, and I got the dump right there. This is where I got it. They went from 213 to 217. Oh yeah, that we had next to nothing. Yeah, that was a tiny. That was a pitiful play, but that's why I don't know why I played it there. I should have. Well, 10 minutes. Let's go back to the 10 minute. Well, obviously I was in Tesla, so I would have missed this initial play. right here, but I probably should have grabbed it here or here, but I didn't. But well, actually, I did grab it for down here, but I should have grabbed it up here more, up towards VWAP more, but doesn't matter. It is what it is. Then I had, let's see, I'll switch to SPX so we can see, because you're not going to need VWAP on this. We'll switch to SPX so you can actually see the movement. The FOMC play, I had 4,400 puts at $4, and I had the 445, the 44.65 calls at 390. Now, bring it down to the 1 minute. You can see the movements better. Let's see. Now it initially dumped right at the 2 o'clock. So let me check to see. Okay, no, first, okay, it did drop a little bit, but what happened was I did take out the calls first. I'm just looking at my exit, so, okay, so I took out the calls right here, and they went up to like $8 here, but if you held all the way through, they went up to what, 20. So I ended up selling right in here, I think, and it was like $8, $9, something like that. Then it dropped back down, and what usually happens is the first move is usually the wrong one, so you usually pop and then it'll get hammered on. But in this case, it popped and it dropped and it spiked again. But I sold it in here. Then when it dropped back down, I sold my puts right in here. So I did sell both of them green on both of them. If you play FOMC right, you can sell both of them most of the time green. So when you're up 100% plus on one of the sides, you want to take it, because that could be the side that could be the one that's the fake out. Like normally, traditionally, if this popped like this, you would sell the calls on this, and then you would hold the puts for a massive play on the downside. But it just didn't happen. It popped and dropped and popped again. So, but I played it correctly, and most of the room did too. I sold it into this pop, then it dropped down. I took my puts right there. So that ended up being a nice little play. So yeah, the puts went from $4 to $6 right there. Then the calls went from $3.90 to $20 if you held all the way through. So then I did end up taking SPX calls again, this time at 257, which is right here, right in here. I took the 44.90 calls at $2.75 and went from 275 to 580, and that push right there ended the day, and they flushed it the last 10 minutes. They've been doing that a lot lately. So I normally don't show SPX, but I wanted to show over FOMC because you don't need VWAP on FOMC because it's going to have too much volatility. So then on Friday, oh no. On Thursday, I had 2 wins and 1 loss, and it was Tesla again. Now, I said in the trade ideas room, Tesla puts under 910, a SPY puts under 443. 910 is right here. As you can see, it gapped down and popped back up, and when it popped back up, I grabbed it right in here. And I had the 880 puts at $4.75, and they went to $16 if you held all the way through. And some people actually did hold it for 15 plus. So glad to see that. I probably wouldn't have held it that far, especially after seeing this, because Tesla has a habit of doing this, where it will drop, then it'll come back up and recover and have this monster rally right here. But this time they went in the money. The last few times I've called Tesla, they've gone in the money. So I'm not gonna. I'm kind of surprised that it's actually happened. This would have been a nice good play right here, taking it right there, because you get a descending wedge, and it breaks down right there, 487, 488. That would have been a nice play, but I didn't take that. Then I took SPY puts at 1021, which was right here on this little dump right in here. Came back up and it started to break down right here. This is where I grabbed it. On the breakdown, it didn't break down much. I got the 439 puts at 275, and they went to 295 with only 20 cents. It was pitiful. Just just wasn't there. Then it popped back up. I did grab them again at 1048, which is right, I think right in this candle, right here. Grabbed it right here. As you can see, I got it here, popped back up. Then I grabbed it again right here, thinking it was actually going to dump because it looked like it was going to. Then it popped up. Then it stopped out. I actually think I stopped out right in here somewhere, and I should have just held it. This is one of the losses I took. I didn't need to take. So yeah, a little annoyed with that play, but that would have been a nice winner. Anyways, then on to Friday. And 8 plays. Tesla was the first one. And I said Friday pre-market. SPY puts into 436. Tesla puts into 870. 870 is right pre-market low. I did grab it there. I grabbed the 850 puts at 378, and then went from 378 to 835 all the way down. So that was a nice little play. Actually, no, went from 378 to 875 right in here. Right in there, I think. Yeah, right in there. Then I grabbed SPY. Just trying to think here. SPY right at 430. Okay, wait a minute. What was the timestamp? 941, which is right here. Yeah. It started to pop up and then drop, and it broke lower day. I grabbed it right there. It popped back up, stayed in it, and I had the 436 puts at 230, and then went from 230 to 336 on that drop. So you just got to be careful because SPY loves to do this. It loves to fake out, and I decided to stay in it this time because of, well, first of all, it stayed on a pre-market high, so that was important, but they like to fake out, break out, make it look like it's going to go away, and then just reverse it on you. Like it did right here on me. Looked like it was going to pop and have a V recovery, then it just dumped. So I held it, stayed in it. I had the cushion for it all week long and already from Tesla, so I stayed with it. Yeah, then went from 230 to 336 on that push. Then I went back to Tesla. I think I might have to go drop Tesla down to 1 minute because I kept buying the pops on it and shorting the pops. At 10:06. Let's see. 10:06 was the first one I grabbed. Right in here. Let's switch this over to the 10 minutes so I can see. I grabbed it right in here when it broke lower day. Yeah, so you see, I grabbed it right in here, right around 10:06. Must have been right here. It's where I grabbed it. It popped back up a little bit and rejected. They went from 445. I had 850 puts again from 445 to 578 in that little drop. Let's see. This little drop right here. Then I grabbed it again. Okay, this is going to be kind of confusing because they blended it again. 10:13. Okay, first one was 10:06. Yeah, right here. Oh yeah, this is where I grabbed it, right in here. This little drop right here. I didn't grab it down here. I grabbed it right here, 10:06. I probably got it closer up here. But yeah, that went from 455 to 578, and this little drop right there. Then it popped back up. Then I grabbed it again. I think it was, let's see, 10:13, which is right. This little pop up right here. I grabbed it right here somewhere, right in here. Grabbed them about 480. The same 850 puts. I grabbed them again at 480, and they went to $13 if you held all the way through down. So yeah, I grabbed this little play right here, pop back up, and I did grab it again right in here. So I do like buying these retracements because on the 10-minute, where was it on the 10-minute? Yeah, I can see it right here, pop back up. I got it again right there. Yeah, so yeah, right there is the first one. Then I didn't get this one, but I did get this one. Then I switched to, let's see. Yeah, I love to play these little channels right here, especially if you know that it's gonna go down, especially if you have like like news headlines or like FOMC coming or Powell's coming on deck, you know that the market's gonna start chopping in little small channels, and they're actually quite easy to play if you just buy here and sell here and buy here and sell here, buy here and sell here. I mean, you can just play these little channels, but they also can be very dangerous if you get on the wrong side of it. So, gotta be careful with that. But go back to the SPX. I think I did that the same thing to SPX too. I might have to go back to the 1 minute again because I think I did the same thing with SPX. Gotta get to SPX first. No, SPY, not SPX. Sorry. When you look at the timestamps, I grabbed SPX 4300 puts at 11:44. Let's back this up to the 10 minute. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to make it easy for you guys to understand and see. 12:44, which is right here, the break of the lower day. No. 11:30. 11:30 is where I grabbed it. Must be right here is where I grabbed it. Right when the pop up. Yeah. Oh yeah. I showed it the pop. Okay, I remember this. It dropped back down. It came back up. I grabbed it right in here. Let's bring it to 3 minutes. This is so. That's why I hate the small time frames. It's so messy to look at. 11:30, which is right here. That's where I grabbed it. This is the drop right there. So the 4,300 puts I had at 280 went from 280 to 320. Didn't get much out of that. Then I grabbed them again at 11:44, which is right. Okay, wait a minute here. Yeah, I got it. I got it here to here. From here to here. Bring it down to 1 minute again. It's the only problem with you buying these little small retracements is that they're hard to really see. So the first one was 11:30. Right here. I grabbed it here. And the next one was at 11:44, which is right here. Okay, so I grabbed it here to here. That's where I went from 280 to 320 from here to here. Then it popped back up. I grabbed it again at 11:44, which is right in here. And I got the same ones, 4,300 puts again at 275 this time. And then from 275 to 510 on this bigger drop. Then I grabbed them again at 313. And this time at 313, 313 right in here. Yeah, I should have. A couple of things I should have done differently. I grabbed them at 313, but this time I grabbed the 4340. Okay, now I was looking at this. I said it was going to, in the room, it was going to PDC, which is previous day's close, which is this white line, and I did not grab it there. I should have. I did not grab it there. I definitely should have. I did see that, and I kind of like, well, I kind of regret not taking that because that was a nice little pullback to view up. But I did grab it at 313, which is right here, right in here. No, right here. Where the hell is it? Right here, right in here. Grabbed it right here. And I grabbed the 4340 puts at 360, and they went from 360 to $11. Then I ended up grabbing the last play of the day. No. Hold on, let me get me looked at. Okay, no. Oh yeah, I missed that on my Twitter page. I remember that now because when I was doing my stats, I remember that I missed that one. So yeah, the first one I had was at getting all confused here. I don't normally confuse. Maybe it's the weekend, the long weekend. Okay, went from 330. Just looking to 313. 313 is where I got it. 313, which is right here. Okay, they went from 330 to 560 right there, and I think I grabbed it again right here at 320. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I grabbed it here to here, so I went from 330 to 560 right here. Then it popped back up a little bit. I rebought it again at 360 this time, and then went from 360 to $11 on that push right there. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up catching that move right here, and I sold into this move. Then it popped back up, and I grabbed it right there. So it's kind of hard to do these retracement things when you are on the recaps, because it get really confused on stuff like that. But yeah, I grabbed it right here, here to here, and got it again right there, and got that move right there. But then I ended up taking a loss at the end of the day. I grabbed the 43.30 puts at 370, actually at 320, at 337, which is right 337. Where'd I grab it? Right here. Oh yeah, I grabbed it right there. Grabbed it in this candle. Yeah, it was right around here somewhere, around the 434 area. I grabbed the 43.30 puts at $3.70 for a loss, and the reason I got them on this little retracement pop was because I had the mentality that we're going into a long weekend, and we have a lot of drama with Russia, and there's a lot of speculation that they might attack over the long weekend. So that there would be end of the day selling or panic, and there just wasn't a pop. I was kind of very surprised that it did this, but I mean, 8 wins and 1 loss. I mean, it got 8 wins in a row. I mean, if you ever heard of the hot hand fallacy, that the more wins you get in a row, the higher likely it is you're going to take the next one's going to end up being a loss or be a loser. You need to have that mentality. You cannot keep going heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. It's kind of like if you were betting on the NFL or football. You don't want to go bet on a team that's covered the spread 8 times in a row, because they're very high probability of not covering the spread the 9th time. So you got to have that mentality. You got to know how many have gotten in a row right, and that the risk factor is getting higher the more I get right. So you take less. So you need to make a note of that. That's more statistics than anything else. Hot hand fallacy is real. It works in both directions. The more you get wrong, the higher probability is you're going to get the next one right. So that is why when I get one wrong, I usually go the next one higher with more size, because I rarely get 2 wrong. I rarely ever get 3 wrong in a row. So when I get one wrong, I go with more cons on the second one. Then if I get the second one wrong, I'm going to go a lot heavier on the third, because I just don't usually get them wrong. And when I do get them wrong, I'm more cautious and more patient for waiting for a better opportunity. So yeah. So hopefully this recap has helped. I know this was very confusing with the dip buys. I'm going to be doing that a lot probably next week too. That if it's a down market and it retraces and it pops, all the pops have been getting sold into. Every time it pops, it dumps. I mean, it's been happening all week long. And I'm going to keep doing it until something changes with the market. I mean, unless the Russia-Ukraine situation ends up not amounting to anything, and everything's just propaganda or just a scare tactic, that I'll change my outlook. But until then, I mean, right here, every pop dumps into pops, dump, pop, dump, pop, dump. I mean, just all week long, and I think next week's going to be the same way. So it's going to be a news-driven market. So hopefully it'll be another good solid week next week. So that's going to do it for the recap. I hope this has helped, and thank you for watching.